A good evening to you from Champion Christian College. Today on YouTube, it's Tigers basketball as Champion looks to get in the win column, taking on Campbellsville University of Harrodsburg. The Pioneers coming in 1-0, your Tigers 0-1. Hi again, everybody. Chris Sheeman, glad to be back with you. Let's meet the starting lineups. First for the Pioneers and head coach Austin Sparrow. It's number 2, Antone Darby. Number 4 is Carrion Douglas. Number 5 is Tyron Duncan. Number 10, Chris Rollins. And number 13, Terrence McDaniel Jr. So that's the starters for Harrodsburg. Meanwhile, for Mocapacy and your Tigers, it's number 0, Marcus Blakely. Number 11, Keyshawn Scott. Number 12, Zocapacy. Number 13, A.J. Williams. And number 14 is Braylon Hawkins. Harrodsburg coming in at 1-0. They won yesterday against Randall 106-99. Pioneers shot 59% in the game, 40 of 68. Saints shot 54%. Harrodsburg was +9 on the glass and had 13 steals in that game. Meanwhile, your Tigers lost a tough one. Ran out of gas a little bit, 94-72 against Ecclesia yesterday. Champion led by 1 at the half, but Tigers shot just 29% in the second half. Royals shot 54% in the second period. A.J. Williams had 12 points. Braylon Hawkins 18 and 7 to lead all scorers as Campbellsville controls the opening tip. So Harrodsburg, this is a quick move to the hoop by Duncan, I believe, who's fouled, and he'll go to the free throw line. Tigers are wearing their road jerseys, and that threw me off for a minute. Correction, it's Darby at the line, 9 points, 5 rebounds against Randall in the first game as he swishes through the first free throw to get the scoring party started here tonight. Final game of this Champion Classic, 8 games in total. 1 out of 2 at the line as Keyshawn Scott, who played a good defensive game yesterday, gets the rebound. So here comes Champion. First offensive possession here tonight against a short-handed Champion without Trey Mallard, without Kyle Malone, couple of transfers. But they still have Braylon Hawkins. They still have A.J. Williams, 2 of their top scorers from last year's team. They will eventually get Mallard and Kyle Malone back, hopefully in time for the region game in December against Dallas. That'll be December 3rd. Ball was poked out of bounds. Capacey will inbound. Zoe had 9 points all in the first half yesterday from 3. Here's Braylon Hawkins. Defense went for the steal. Blakely back to Hawkins. Top of the key 3. Missed it short. Rebound to Harrodsburg. Into the forecourt, it's Darby. Bounce pass to the left side for Rollins. Rollins between his legs. Attacks on Scott. Scott hung him up. And Rollins goes out, knocks it out of bounds, they say. Good defense again. Keyshawn Scott. He had 8 points yesterday, but his work was done defensively. Full court press being shown, and a turnover here. It looks like maybe Capacey stepped over the line or something. That's the only explanation I can gather there. So a minute in, 1-0 to the Pioneers. Inbound goes to Rollins, top of the key. Chris Rollins, good stat line yesterday. 16 points, 8 rebounds, 2 steals, and a block. Tough shot there. That was Darby, I believe, getting that one to go. First field goal of the ball game. And it's 3-0. Scott breaking the press. Hawkins had it deflected. Rollins with the steal. Here come the Pioneers. Into the forecourt. Tyron, Duncan gets it underneath. That's going to be a travel on the big guy down low, McDaniels Jr. No, it wasn't a travel. It was a foul. So McDaniels scores off the glass. Good start for the Pioneers. This is going to be a tough one. Champions got to be alert against this active defense. They've turned the ball over on just their second possession. Here's Blakely, deep 3. So Capacey Offensive rebound, pass deflected. Look out, Scott almost ran out of real estate, tiptoed on the line, hung it on the rim just a bit short. Douglas flies into the forecourt. Runner is short, and Hawkins collects the rebound. 2 minutes and change into the ball game. Champions scoreless so far. Pioneers leading by 5. A.J. Williams, first touch of the ball. Williams, I think, be the first to admit he didn't have the best shooting night yesterday. Blakely, Zokapacey up top. Blakely. Williams fakes the 3, takes it to the corner, now drives wing. Cross court, Blakely. Shot clock at 3, shot clock at 2, shot clock at 1, and it's going to be a violation on Champion. So good defense at the start for the Pioneers, Austin Sparrow's team. A.J. Jenkins coming in early sub for Zokapacey. As Champions in a little bit of a funk offensively here in the early going. Still very early going, keep in mind, as Duncan walked it up. Bounce pass to the cutter, Rollins. Tyron on the left side. Attacks on AJ and scores. That was a big man's bucket there. 16:58 left to go. 7-0. Good start for the team from Harrodsburg, Kentucky, south of Lexington. A little south and west, actually. More south than west. Tiny community. Campbellsville University is the big dog. And then they have these offshoot campuses, satellite campuses, but Harrodsburg's trying to, is really building to be their own. They are the only satellite, quote unquote, that has athletics, their own athletics program, competing in the NCAA. And maybe the USCAA, not quite sure about that. They were in that organization last year. Air ball out of bounds, and Champion will get it back. Lady Tigers improved to 2-0. If you weren't around earlier, they defeated the Pioneer women's team relatively comfortably. Scott looking for the cutter. Bad pass. Tyron Duncan will walk it across the timeline and into the forecourt. Takes it to the far side. Bounce pass Rollins. Rollins right in the lane. Drives in and had it poked away out of bounds. 20 on the shot clock. 16:20 on the game clock. Final home game until December for the Champion men. Correction, until right after Thanksgiving on November 30th. McDaniels Jr., who I don't believe played yesterday, getting the start here today. This is Darby looking underneath for him. Over a double team, he gets it to go. 9-0. Baseline official had something. Might have been a warning of some kind. Trapping pressure again, AJ to Hawkins. And we're going to get a timeout. Tigers being blanked so far. The Pioneers lead by 9. We'll step aside here in just be back in just a moment. There you saw the upcoming broadcast schedule. Like I said, we're off until the 30th of November. I'll be full of pecan pie and turkey and gravy calling that game. I've lost 5 pounds already this year, and my goal is to put them all back on during the holidays. I'm going to enjoy myself, ladies and gentlemen. I've been starving myself all year for Thanksgiving and Christmas, and believe you me, I'm going to be a little bit fatter sounding by the time you hear me again at the end of November. Jumper no good. Champion still cold. McDaniels lost it, got it back. Another bucket for him. So he did not play against Randall, and he's tearing it up with those fresh legs against Champion here tonight. He's got 6 of the 11. A.J. Williams, Champion needs a bucket, missed it short. McDaniels the rebound. Here come the Pioneers. Quick pass by Duncan, and it goes out of bounds. The cutter not ready for it. So 15-13 left to go. KJ Harris into the game. Malik Laurent in the game. Laurent, good game, and his debut with Champion. 6.7 rebounds, 2 blocks in the loss against Ecclesia yesterday. So about 5 minutes in, and Champion yet to scratch. Harrodsburg's played some lockdown defense, and Champion's missed some tough shots. Harris into the forecourt. Harris on the left. He'll pull up for 3 off the back iron. Tip for the rebound, and that's the other thing that Harrodsburg is doing really well. It's one and dones over there. Rollins eventually got it. Now attacking, hanging, and coming up short. I believe that was Duncan. Apologies if I'm wrong there. Harris, his pass is deflected out of bounds. Duncan definitely got the tip on that. Tyron Duncan. We also might see Tyrese Duncan, although I'm surprised he didn't start because Tyrese had 17 points, 4 rebounds, 3 assists, 2 steals in the win against Randall, but haven't seen him yet today. Picking and poking. The defense, and finally A.J. Williams gets Champion off the hide. Looking to go after the make. The reverse by Duncan is no good. That's something that Ecclesia did well yesterday. Off a make, they were pushing it. That pass deflected. It's a steal by the Pioneers, and a 2-hand lay-in is good by Darby. So it's 13-3. 14:07 left to go in the ball game. Just about 6 minutes in. A rough start for the Tigers. Harris on the far side being hounded. Bounce pass goes to Williams. Here's Scott. Scott, Euro step. Bucket no good. Laurent trying for the offensive rebound, and it's deflected away. Here's Douglas. Douglas attacks, too strong. Put back, no. Ball deflected out. Boy, this is a very active Pioneers team. A.J. Williams in and out. Rebound by McDaniels. Duncan will walk it up. Champion sprints back defensively. Duncan called for the offensive foul. 13:25 left to go here in the opening half. Just getting settled in, and already Champion down by 10. A.J. Jenkins checks back in. Freshman from Bryant, Arkansas. Do we have a timeout? Nope. I thought we might, but A.J. Williams walks it up. Williams top of the key, into the circle, into the lane. And A.J.'s got all 5 for Champion. Duncan again walking it up. Bounce pass by Darby. Top of the key, 3 is no good from Douglas. A.J. Williams on the far side of your screen. And my screen too. Hawkins on the right. Fakes the 3. Drives. Banks it. No. Laurent tried for the putback, and we got a blocking foul called on the Pioneers. So Braylon Hawkins goes to the line. 18-7 yesterday for Braylon. Also had 4 assists. Last season was a 70% free throw shooter. Money on the first one. Number 25, Shadarno Clark is in the game. So we're seeing some guys who we didn't see yesterday. A deep, deep Harrodsburg team. I think my pen is running out of ink too. These are things you care about, right? So Clark in the game. I think somebody else came in. I got to switch out pens here. That's going to go out of bounds. A rare turnover. So Champion has quietly worked themselves back in it. They can get another bucket here. Make things a little more interesting. A.J. Hawkins got it to go. Ooh, that was close to an offensive goaltend by Laurent, but the ball was already through by the time he touched it. 12 minutes left to go. They were looking underneath, I believe, for Clark, and another turnover. Timeout going to be called by Harrodsburg. So Champion starts slow, but they're fighting their way back. What was a 10-point deficit is now 4 on a 6-0 Tigers run. We'll be back. That's another look at the upcoming broadcast schedule. So we have 3 more men's games here in the first semester, and then we'll go away for the Christmas break after finals and all that. Hiroshima, glad to be back with you from my home studio in South Carolina, calling the action here today. A.J. Williams cut off, got it out to Hawkins for 3, an air ball rebound to Clark. On the far side, it was Douglas bringing it up. Rollins back in, steps left, shoots the 3. Around the world, no. Laurent, good box out and rebound. Into the forecourt, Harris. Correction, Jenkins. Pull up, no. Put back, no by Hawkins. Hawkins hounded, and it's poked out of bounds. Do we have a foul called? Harrodsburg can't believe it, but if you were with us during our first game, these guys are letting them play much more than our last game. A lot more contact being let go. Trust me. A.J. Williams, Keyshawn Scott, Hawkins, Blakely back in, and Jenkins. That's the 5 for Champion. Oh, A.J. Williams, defender, went for the steal. Couldn't hit the open 3, though. Look at Douglas. He boxed out his own guy. He boxed out his own man. That's going to be Russell Westbrook in a couple of weeks on Anthony Davis. Darby from the half circle. The rainbow is short. AJ chases it down, throws it ahead. Gliding in for the 2 is AJ Jenkins. Had 6 points yesterday, so this is an 8-0 run. Tyrese Duncan, leading scorer in yesterday's game, into the game now. Rollins gets it to him. Tyrese, oh man, didn't get the bucket, but that is some quickness, ladies and gentlemen. AJ, beautiful pass to Hawkins, and a blocking foul, bucket and the foul. Champion on a 10-0 run. Let's see, I believe the call was he was in the restricted area. Let's run it back real quick here. Wasn't in the restricted area, so just a judgment call there by the official. And now Braylon Hawkins goes to the line, chance to complete an old school three-point play. Give Champion the lead. He does, so 11 straight points for the Tigers. Good response. Jerron Tinsley, good player off the bench for Austin Sparrow. He's in for the first time. Had 11 and 8 yesterday against Randall. Into the forecourt, Darby. Douglas tosses back to him. Darby, the reverse, yes. Tough move. So that ends an 11-0 run past the midway point of the half. Harrodsburg back up. Active hands, but it's tipped to Scott. Hanging no. Ball tipped out of bounds. Last touch by the Pioneers. Malik Laurent will come back into the game after a short breather. Blakely to inbound it. Marquise, just 3 points yesterday. That was his season average last year. AJ for three. Falling away, no. Rebound. Nice box out by Douglas, the guard. He flies into the front court. Ooh, ball fake. That was pretty. 17-14 on a nifty shot there for the Pioneers. Now Williams on the near side. Jenkins on the wing. Takes it baseline. Doubled up. Here's Blakely, right wing. Guarded by Douglas. Shot clock is at 9. Blakely swings it out. Open look, and three is no good by Hawkins. Here comes Tyrese Duncan. Pioneers in the forecourt. Catch and shoot three, no good. Laurent skies for the rebound. Malik Laurent. Nice box out and board there. Blakely gets it to go. Nice runner, Marquise. Douglas across midcourt. 8:24 remaining in the half. Tyrese Duncan. It's it underneath to Tinsley. Can't get it to go. Good defense by the Pioneers. Hawkins out on the run, a little bit out of control there. That's going to be an offensive foul. Yeah, that's a good call. Harrodsburg will get it back. Rollins checks back in for them, and I believe it's Douglas going to the bench for Austin Sparrow's team. How about this? Back-to-back this weekend. They get tomorrow off the travel. And Monday they're going to Western Carolina, D1 program. Harrodsburg, of course, champion, no stranger to playing D1 schools. Here's Rollins right of the lane. Banks it off the glass and in. So Champion took a brief 1-point lead on an 11-0 run. Harrodsburg quietly back up by 3 now. Champion looking much better, though, than in the first 5 or 6 minutes of this one. Although as soon as I say that, they turn it over. It's Blakely, it went off his foot. Pioneers get it back. 12-11 last year. Rollins looking to attack again. He draws the foul. We'll see if it was before the shot or not. Chris Rollins, junior from Louisville. .722 left to go here in this opening half. Relatively low scoring half. Champion started ice cold. They've picked up the pace a little bit, but Harrodsburg has regained control of things, up 2 possessions now with 7:18 and counting. A.J. Williams into the forecourt. Williams gets a screen. Bounce pass over to Jenkins from downtown. Yes! A.J. Jenkins makes it a 2-point ball game. Toss on the near side to Rollins. In the corner, that's Clark looking for Tinsley, and it's deflected out. 19 on the shot clock. It'll stay with Harrodsburg. 6:52 to go in the ball game. Inbound to Clark in the corner. Rollins has been active since he's returned. Tinsley, the hook. Offensive rebound, Clark. He gets the bucket and the foul. No correction. No bucket. It's a turnover. Back to the Tigers, excuse me. 6:39 to go. A.J. Williams again, bringing it up. Blakely in the corner, takes it out to the wing. It's a screen from Laurent. Toss to Williams. Little trap in the zone. Shot clock at 4. Jumper is no good from the corner. And here comes Harrodsburg. Are they going to keep it in bounds? Yes, just barely, but then they throw it away. It's Scott with the steal. Williams surveys. Pass left side, Blakely. Scott lost it. It's a steal by Clark. Here's Duncan on the near side, Tyrese Duncan. We saw Tyron start the game. And now a steal. Pioneers getting back on defense. A.J. to Laurent, who banks it off the glass and in. We got a tie ball game, 21 apiece. Getting late in the first half. Harrodsburg, if you're just joining us, it was a 13-3 lead. Champions scored 11 straight to go up 14-13. Harrodsburg pushed it out to 5, but they've been getting sloppy on that end of the court. Another steal. Williams now. Whoa. Over on the far side, A.J. gets it back for 3. No. Tip for the rebound. Fight for it. Laurent goes to the floor. Laurent grabs it, and he gets the timeout called. So a scrum for the basketball, but Laurent had possession, they say. And Champion looking good. Active. They're alert. They're in this ball game. We'll be back. One of the interesting things about calling a game from your house, there's how you can get in contact with me, by the way. Chris Sheeman, glad to be back here with you. Literally 10 minutes between these two games, I'm in the kitchen doing dishes. It's a very surreal meta kind of a moment. A.J. Williams with the basketball. McDaniels has come back in. New sub is Glover, who shoots the three for Champion. Missed it long. Duncan with the scoop pass to Darby, who's back out there. Darby finger rolls it short. Tried to chase down the rebound. Less than 4.5, 4:23 if you want to be exact, left to go here in this first half, The games are starting to run together at this point. Into the forecourt, it's Williams on the near side. AJ, defense collapses around him. Here's Blakely from downtown. Around the rim, no. Hawkins the board. Hawkins too strong. Tip for the rebound. It's run down by Douglas, who flies into the forecourt. Now an easy layup over on the far side. And Harrodsburg retakes the lead. Who was that? That was Tyrese Duncan. I thought so. Hawkins with the fake. Hawkins penetrates. Yes! Tie game again. Mo Capacey told me before the year began they were going to play faster, and even off a make, they're pushing it. Harrodsburg answers right back. So we've had 3 ties and 2 lead changes already. Keyshawn Scott on the wing. Hawkins for 3. No. Tyrese Duncan with the rebound. He flies into the forecourt. Scoop to Douglas. Spinning. Back to Duncan. Duncan back to Douglas. Up top for 3. No. A.J. Williams the board. 2:47 remaining here in the half. Williams top of the key. Blakely to the cutter. Glover fakes the shot. Oh, couldn't get it to go. Tip for the rebound. Tyrese Duncan comes out of there with it. McDaniels, good start to this game. Then went to the bench, but man, he makes it look easy. Pushing the lead out to 4 again. 2:16 left to go in the half. Keyshawn Scott taking on everybody, and he's fouled on the floor. Tyron Duncan comes back into the game. Darby will come out. Mo Capacey for your Tigers returns. Capacey, Lawrence, Blakely, Scott, Williams. That's the 5 right now for Mo Capacey. AJ cut off. Threw a rocket. Blakely, hot potato. Steps into a 3. Nope. Rebound to Harrodsburg. They're looking to get out and run here. Over 3 defenders, no. Put back by McDaniels, no. Ball punched in the air. Scott has it. Here comes Champion. Helter Skelter. Capacey, yes! That's the spot he was hitting from in the first half yesterday. So Zoe Capacey, who had 9 yesterday, all from roughly that spot in the corner, connecting on his first field goal here tonight. Minute 23 to go in the game. Tyron Duncan into the game, blocked by Laurent, but a whistle. And will Tyron get to shoot? Looks like it'll be out of bounds. Both teams playing pretty well without fouling too much. I don't think either team's in the bonus right now. More shuffling. Austin Sparrow and his NAIA-like roster bringing in now Mason Blair, who had 9 points yesterday. First appearance for him. And I believe somebody else came in. Was it Rollins? Darby. It's Darby. He throws it up. A wild shot looking for a foul call. And he gets it. And as you can see, Mo Capacey cannot believe it. So minute 11 left to go. Inbound goes to Rollins. Rollins pull up 3. Short. Follows his miss. Got it to McDaniels. The reverse, no. Or he did get it. I don't know how he got that. I thought it was going to hang too low, but it eventually trickled in. Terrence McDaniels Jr. from Louisville, Kentucky, and played at Ballard High School. He's a good one. Blakely, pass intended for Capacey, deflected out of bounds. Last touch by the Pioneers. It was Blair getting a hand on it. That ball deflected again. Harrodsburg, when they've been active defensively, well, we didn't get to see whatever happened on that end of the court. I assume it was a two-pointer. Got to get the camera guys juiced up on caffeine before these games so we can keep them awake. It was a kickball and a foul. So Champion will inbound here inside a minute to go in this open. In fact, the shot clock is off. So A.J. Williams will hold for the final shot. And all things considered, the way this one started, Tigers looking pretty strong. Shot clock, or the game clock winding down. Williams, step back three. Yes! At the buzzer, it's A.J. Williams making it a 2-point game. 31-29 the score at the half. Let's take another look at that one before we go away. McDaniels did a pretty nice job closing, but AJ got it to go. So, Harrodsburg led by as many as 10, by 10 in that first half. The Champion keeping it competitive, 31-29 at the half. We'll take the halftime break of somewhere between 10 and 15 minutes. It's altered for each game. It's going to be 12 minutes. I told you. That's almost in between. We'll take a timeout for the half. We'll come back, bring you the second half here in 11 minutes and 49 seconds. Don't go too far. Welcome back to Champion Christian here in Hot Springs, Arkansas. 20 minutes left to go, and it's a 2-point Campbellsville-Harrodsburg Pioneers lead, looking to go to 2-0 on the season. Tigers with the basketball first. Looks like the same starters for both of these teams as Zoka Pacey cuts, but he was out of bounds. So turnover to start things off here in the second half for Champion. It's Blakely, Scott, Capacey, Williams, Hawkins for the Tigers. It's for the Pioneers, Darby, Douglas, Tyron Duncan, Rollins, and McDaniels. That's the 5 right now on each side. Campbellsville winning yesterday against Randall, 106-99. Pioneers shot 59% in that game. A little bit colder here today. Champion, they lost 94-72 against Ecclesia yesterday, although they led by 1 at the half and shot just 29% in the second. A.J. Williams into the forecourt, bounce pass to Hawkins. Hawkins dribbles, backs down his defender, and scores. It's our 4th tie of the ball game. Exactly 1 minute in, pushing off the make is Tyron Duncan to put Harrodsburg right back up. That's something, that's a page out of the playbook for the Pioneers that Ecclesia used. Spinning and scoring. A.J. Williams to tie us again. 5 ties, 2 lead changes. Darby again quickly, this time Champion back. Now it's Rollins for 3. Nope. Rebound by A.J. Williams. He'll bring it across midcourt. Williams, pull up 3. Nope. And the rebound controlled by Harrodsburg. They're looking to go quickly again. Douglas scoops it to Tyron Duncan. Open look in the corner, and that 3 is short. Offensive rebound, though, for the Pioneers. Extra pass by Duncan. The reverse McDaniel. Nope, he traveled. Ball will go back to Champion. Champion led briefly at 14-13. That's going to be a 5-second call. So the Tigers turn it right back over. It was 13-3 at the start. If you're just joining us, Pioneers got out to a 10-point advantage, 11-0 run by Champion, made it 14-13. And really, it's been about between 5 points here and there ever since. McDaniel's in the lane, throws it off the glass, no. Offensive rebound, put back, no. And they call Hawkins for the foul, and he's upset. So that's going to send Terrence McDaniels to the line, one of several freshmen on this team. Relatively young team, starting the season off well from Harrodsburg, Kentucky. Free throw off the mark. Pioneers also in the NCCAA, a Division II member. They take a 1-point lead. Trapping pressure, Blakely threw it away right to Darby, and he scores. Pioneers have had some success. Boy, it's tough when you inbound it right in that corner. Luckily for Williams, he was able to deflect it off a defender, but against the press, you don't want to get into the corner if you can help it, and that was a quick inbound. So try not to run to those corners. A.J. Jenkins comes in to provide some help in the backcourt, handling the ball. Zoka Pacey comes out. So Blakely will inbound in that awkward spot. Hawkins backs his defender down, brings it into the forecourt, drives in, out to Jenkins. Guarded by Douglas. Again, this time it's an easier look for Hawkins. Defender gambled, went for the steal, and Hawkins was open on the reverse. Here's Douglas on the near side. Duncan McDaniels. Oh, what a cut. What a cut by Douglas. Couldn't handle it, though. The pass by Darby off the mark. Still, you like the idea. You like the movement without the basketball. Just got to catch it next time. Hawkins into the forecourt. 2.5 in here in this second half. 17:23 remaining in the ball game. Williams now will set up the offense for Champion. Final home game for a while. Hawkins for 3 off the side iron. Chased down by Darby in the corner. He'll bring it up. Tip pass. Douglas, bounce pass. McDaniels, the cutter is Douglas. Correction, Duncan, and he scores. 3-point lead by Harrodsburg. 16:44 remaining. Hawkins, it was deflected out of bounds. Pioneers thought that Hawkins touched it last. They say it's off Darby. Inbound to Scott, poked away. On Monday, the Pioneers will play a D1 school at Western Carolina up near my neck of the woods in the Blue Ridge Mountains. A.J. Williams for 3. He's hit some tough three-pointers here tonight, including one falling away right before the half. Near side Douglas. McDaniels. Open look for 3 is off the mark. That was Rollins, I believe, for 3. Scott over to Jenkins. Baseline shot, no. Good box out. McDaniel on the rebound. Darby into the forecourt. Harrodsburg will hold it up here. 6 tie, 38 apiece. Rollins had his pocket picked. Good defense by Blakely. Blakely bounce pass to Williams in the front court. Scott cut off, his pass off the mark. Hawkins went to the ground to get it. Blakely swings it back to Williams. Here's Scott with the two-hand jam. Keyshawn Scott giving Champion the lead. 40-38. This one shaping up to be a barn burner. Tyron Duncan walks it across the timeline into the forecourt. Just got it up in the 10 seconds allotted. Turns on the Jets and out of control, called for the offensive foul. Upset with himself as he slams the court. Malik Laurent going to come into the game as Hawkins gets a breather. Champion chance to build on their lead. My memory's not working right now, but I believe the biggest lead that Champion had in this game was 3 points. Right now they're up by 2. I believe it was 16-13. Pretty sure. Williams, crossover. Corner 3, Jenkins, yes! 5-point lead is the biggest for Champion here tonight. Douglas. Tyrese Duncan into the game. No, but Douglas is there to clean it up. Williams into the front court. 14:24 remaining in the game. Williams pass, and it looks like Jenkins stepped on the line. He's saying he was pushed, but no call. They've let him play. Tyron Duncan into the forecourt. Duncan top of the key. Rollins throws it back to him. Good box out, Laurent with the board. Tigers up by 3. Williams heating up. Looking for a screen, maybe. No, he takes on Tyrese Duncan. Pull up, no. McDaniels the board. Tyrese into the lane. Got tied up. Oh, and the pass was deflected. Pioneers got away with one as there was a player. Oh, how about that bucket by McDaniels and one. He was wrapped up and still able to use his strength. And now a chance to tie us for the 7th time here tonight. But that was almost a turnover. And Champion had a guy running back down the court. So that's a 4, maybe 5-point swing here in this ball game. And it's those little things, it's those little plays here and there that when we look at the end of the game, how did we get to this point, that really tells the tale. So McDaniels, who's been about 50-50 from the free throw line. In and out on that one. Champion retains the 1-point lead. Scott the rebound. 13-16 left to go in the game. A.J. Williams, the 3. Yes, again. A.J. is feeling it. 4-point advantage for Champion, 46-42. Calling out a play, Tyron Duncan. Duncan gets the handoff. Rises, can't get the friendly bounce on the road. Offensive rebound, Rollins attacks. Partially altered by Laurent. A.J. Williams has it ripped away by Tyrese Duncan. Pull up 3, yes! 1-point game again. A.J. walks it up this time, 12:29 to go. And that's going to be an offensive foul. Tyrese Duncan hits the deck. You can, if you're Williams right now, get frustrated. Back-to-back turnovers by A.J., but he's playing so well offensively. Just got to keep your head up and power through it. Tinsley back in for Harrodsburg, and that's going to send Hawkins back off the bench for Champion. Tigers looking for their first win of the season and their second try. Good minutes by Laurent as he sits down. You see him on your screen there, bottom left. Pioneers looking to retake the lead. And they come up short on that one. Scott the board. Well, Keyshawn Scott's got to have double digits in rebounds by this point. Here's Jenkins from right of the lane. He was blocked but fouled, so A.J. goes to the line. Freshman from Bryant, Arkansas. Inside 12 to play. We didn't know what kind of game we were going to get in the early going. This one's been a barn burner, though, huh? Strap in, folks. Missed the free throw there. Still a chance to tie it. Looks like Darby back into the game. Darby Douglas, Tyron Duncan, Tinsley, and I believe McDaniel is still out there. Let's check at the other end of the court. Nope, it's Tyrese Duncan. So that's the 5 for Harrodsburg. Nice fake by Tyron Duncan. Couldn't get the bucket. Tipped back up and in, though, and Harrodsburg back up by 2. Keyshawn Scott into the forecourt. Attacks off the make. Can't get it to go. Tyron Duncan the board. Pull up 3. Tyrese, no, and away from the ball. A.J. Williams got thrown to the deck. Good sportsmanship, though, by Douglas, I believe, who helped him back up. Zoe Capacey will return. So it's Capacey and Jenkins. A.J. Williams Keyshawn Scott, and Hawkins. That's the 5 right now for your Tigers with 11-12 remaining. AJ throws it cross court to Jenkins. Yes, for 3, his second, as Champion takes the lead back. And now a steal by AJ. Pass right on the money, and Scott going to the line. 10:51 left to go. Correct score. I gave the Pioneers one of Champion's points. So the correct score is 50-47. My apologies. 4-point lead now as Scott hits the first. Keyshawn had 8 points yesterday. Double his average from a season ago. 10:51 to go in the ball game. Chance to make it a 5-point lead again. And he gets 1 out of 2. So here comes Harrodsburg. Tyron Duncan right to the hoop. Couldn't get it to go. Hawkins. And it's deflected to Williams. Now Hawkins in the front court from AJ. Drives in. Swings it out Capacey. AJ Tyron Duncan dares him to shoot. AJ pull-up contested 3. In and out. Oh, it went halfway down. It's still Champion's ball. Now Hawkins, no. Capacey tips it up, but wait a minute. It looks like a foul before the putback, so Hawkins will go to the line. 10-11 left to go, and the foul's starting to rack up for the Pioneers. Harrodsburg had 13 steals yesterday in a win against Randall. They are so active defensively. Champion has done a pretty good job since that opening scuffling against a very good defensive team, and they lead by 5. Malik Laurent going to come into the game, and Keyshawn Scott will sit down. Harrodsburg walking it up. Pioneers Darby turns on the Jets. Got tied up. It's ripped away by Capacey, a steal. And we didn't see what happened there, but it looks like Pioneers steal it right back. Underneath, Tyron Duncan. And it looks like there's going to be a foul called on Laurent. Let's run some of these plays back here, as AJ Jenkins has been hot off the bench here tonight for 3. The most recent momentum bucket for Champion. Underneath, this is Tinsley. Out of control on that shot. Capacey the board. Jenkins, 9:22 remaining. Baseline contested shot, and they get a whistle. Pioneers can't believe it, but AJ's going to the line. Champion matching its biggest lead. We've had 8 ties here in this ball game. Several lead changes as well. Free throws have not been falling, really any consistency on either side. Rollins checks back in. Tinsley back to the bench for Austin Sparrow. And Keyshawn Scott comes in for Hawkins. You can bet that Braylon Hawkins' time on the bench will likely be minimal. Get a little rest in. Both teams trying to keep everybody fresh on a back-to-back. So Jenkins misses them both. Harrodsburg into the forecourt. Pioneers attacking. Rejected by Laurent. First block tonight. Scott gets it to Williams. Capacey in the corner. Laurent, yeah, you got to feed the big man after he makes a big play. No bucket, but he's going to go to the line. You got to feed the big man if he makes a big defensive play like that. So Laurent at the line. Again, chance for Champion to increase its lead. Malik misses that first one. Let's take another look at A.J. Williams doing big things. Like I said in the first half, I think if you asked A.J., he'd tell you he didn't have the best shooting game yesterday. He's more than made up for it here today. Laurent gets 1 out of 2, 53-47. Like I said, Hawkins for a quick breather, some water, some hydration. He comes in for Laurent. So this is the biggest lead for Champion as we go inside 9 to play, 8:53 to be exact. Harrodsburg with the basketball. Duncan brings it into the forecourt. That's Blair on the left side. Douglas up top, back to Blair. Catch and shoot 3, in and out. Got to keep your eye on him. It's tipped back up and in underneath by, I believe that was Rollins. Blair, I believe his father told me that he's the all-time leader in high school in Kentucky for three-pointers made, so you definitely got to keep your eye on him. Capacey drives in. Jenkins, mid-range, no. Hawkins, offensive rebound and the putback. Now what do we got? Was that a delay a game warning maybe? That was the call. So just a warning for now. Tyron Duncan will bring it up for the Pioneers. Douglas to Blair. And that's going to be a blocking foul and free throws to come for the Pioneers. So Capacey called for the blocking foul. Sends Duncan to the line. Or correction. That's Darby. Swishes through the first one. Darby, one of 3 seniors. Blair also a senior. As the Tigers clean up a wet spot. Pioneers looking to go to 2-0 after winning against Randall yesterday afternoon. Champion looking to even their record after falling. Great energy in the second half tonight, though, for the Tigers. They kind of ran out of gas yesterday. 1 out of 2 at the line, so it's a 4-point game. Hawkins into the forecourt on the far side. Inside 8 to go, 7:47 left to be exact. Hawkins looking to drive. Hawkins banks it off the glass. Tough shot. Braylon Hawkins. 7.5 to go. Pioneers back on offense. Duncan hesitates and scores. Nice ball fake, pump fake there by Duncan. Looking for the steal. It was saved to A.J. Williams. Too strong. And a good box out there by the Pioneers. Open look for Douglas. Extra pass by Blair back to him, and he swishes in the 3. So the defense came to Blair, and Blair makes the unselfish play and the wise play, and it's a 1-point game. 6:49 to go. That pass deflected out of bounds. And we might have a foul called here. McDaniel's going to come back in for Harrodsburg, and Blakely checks back in for Capacey for your Tigers. So 1-1 time now for Champion. Harrodsburg over the limit. Blair also out, and I believe it was Tyrese Duncan coming back in for him. Hawkins misses the front end. Boy, free throws. That's another one of those trouble spots in the game. Duncan turns on the Jets. Corner three is long. Hawkins the board. Williams now will bring it into the forecourt. 6:25 remaining. Jenkins. Hawkins. Scott looking to post up. Got the smaller guy on him off the back iron. Chance again for the Pioneers to take the lead back as Darby hangs and scores, and they do. 58-57 Pioneers. Timeout. Harrodsburg. We will go away. About 6 minutes left in this one. Don't go anywhere. We got a barn burner in Hot Springs, Arkansas. We'll be back. So we're just about set to get back to live action, and right at the timeout, Austin Sparrow had to be restrained. There was a technical foul called that sends A.J. Williams to the line. And if Sparrow was upset, he's shouting out that old familiar phrase that Rasheed Wallace taught us all, ball don't lie. Well, ball kind of lied. So there's now going to be, was it a double technical? Was there two technicals, two separate technicals called? That must be the situation here. And the Pioneers players talking to the officials during the timeout. Again, not being on the court, not sure what was said. There's been some talking, though. The officials kind of missed earlier. One of the players for the Pioneers sort of stood over Zoe Capacey, and the officials didn't see it. That might have been called a tee had they saw it earlier in the half. So it's getting a little chippy out there. It's a close one. And now Champion gets the basketball up by 2 after those technical free throws were taken as we go inside 6 to go. Laurent back on the court, throws it away. Campbellsville another steal. Pioneers. That three is going to be money by Darby. Darby's heating up. Harrodsburg retakes the lead. 61-60. Past 5.5 remaining. A.J. Williams on the far side. Takes it to the corner. Blakely fakes the three, steps into it. In and out. Laurent the rebound. Laurent the putback. Yes! Champion back up by 1. Back and forth we go. Tyrese Duncan. The other Duncan, that's Tyron. In and out. A.J. Williams sprints into the forecourt. Hawkins being hounded. Hangs, comes up short. Laurent again! His second straight putback. And Champion this time will call timeout. Let's run it back, Malik. You can see how the play develops here, and then watch out for the big man. Malik Laurent doing work here tonight. And again, Hawkins cleaning up as well. So Champion with the lead. Timeout. We'll be back. It'll be Pioneers basketball. Chris Sheeman back here with you. Champion Classic is, this one's living up to the name. Going down the stretch, 3-point lead. Driving, hanging, scoring is Darby. Boy, he's the guy you want right now. He is red hot for the Pioneers. A.J. Jenkins has hit some big shots here tonight for Champion. Let's follow him, can we? There we go. 4:13 remaining. Now it's Williams on the right. Williams contested shot, missed it short. Rebound to the Pioneers. Here they come. Scooped by Tyron to Douglas. Now Tyron will set it up. Both Duncans are out there. Douglas, Darby, and McDaniels. That's the 5 right now as Darby is fouled. For Champion, it's Blakely, Jenkins, Scott, Hawkins, Williams. Now Rollins is going to come in for McDaniels. Tyrese Duncan will inbound it. Gets it back now. Tyrese, 17 points yesterday. Douglas gets it back to him, top of the key. Shot clock at 11, and we're going to get another foul on Champion. And both teams now are in the 1-and-1. Duncan missed it short, but the offensive rebound and the putback no good by Rollins. Hawkins is fouled. So AJ will take a walk to the free throw line. 3:29 left to go, and safe to say, free throws are going to be a factor here down the stretch. Both of these teams active defensively, and the officials, after those technical fouls were called, starting to tighten their grip here, which is never a good thing in my opinion. Hawkins gets that one to go. Braylon Hawkins, whale of a ball game. Oh boy, we had some, it looks like my screen froze, folks. I apologize. But we're back to live action here. We missed a little bit. We got stuck on the instant replay. But we should be back to live action now. So again, apologies here. It's pretty much a free throw shooting contest at this point. So I gave you the radio broadcast, I guess. Duncan gets the first one to go. Yeah, now we're looking good again. Duncan gets 1 out of 2. Rebound by Scott. So 66-64, the correct score on your screen. Now Hawkins had it wrestled away, but what's going to be the call here? The Harrodsburg player fell out of bounds. Was he fouled? So both teams quickly approaching the double bonus. And free throws at this end of the floor now. Laurent's going to come back in. Rollins, front end of the 1-1. Now a chance to tie the game up. And he does. 66 apiece. Rollins will go to the bench now. .253 remaining. That bucket no good. Tip up by Scott, no, but it's put back up and in. Braylon Hawkins, champion up by 2. Tyrese Duncan, ball deflected. Here's Darby, the hot hand in the second half, finally misses one, and then he kicked it out of bounds. Ball back to Champion. .68-66. Every possession now. That much more importance as we have 2:27 remaining. A.J. Williams looking for Hawkins, and it's deflected out of bounds. We're going to get a timeout by Champion. 2:23 left to go. Timeout, Tigers. We'll be right back. Champion by 2. There's the upcoming schedule again. We're away. Tigers will be on the road. Actually, their next game is against Williams Baptist, and then we'll have the back end of the home and home on the 30th of November. Make sure my software is cooperating because we got a real good one here going down the stretch. I don't want anything goofing up. We're good. Okay. A.J. Williams into the forecourt, champion by 2. Throwing it underneath for Hawkins. It's tipped out of bounds. I think Douglas was the one who touched it last. Chris Shima, glad to be back with you. Tigers trying to even their record. Harrodsburg trying to go to 2-0. Got to get it in. Catch and shoot. Jenkins for 3. Yes, he got another. 5-point game. Going quickly and going to the free throw line. Harrodsburg right back down the court. This is something Champions got to work on. Off of a make, they are giving up a lot of buckets here in these first 2 games. I mean a lot. So Tyrese Duncan. Correction, that's Darby. My apologies. As he gets the first one to go. I believe both teams are in the double bonus. We don't have the fouls on the scoreboard at Champion. 3-point game, and now the Pioneers call for time. We'll step aside again. So like I was saying, you saw the schedule there. Our next home game against Williams Baptist, that's who Champion plays on Thursday on the road. It's start of a 9-game road trip. And you'd really like to end this back-to-back at home with a victory. 2-point game. Tigers lead in basketball, and it's going to be a turnover as Duncan takes it away. Move the camera, please. Move the camera. And it's Tyrese Duncan scoring. 70 all. Jenkins into the forecourt. Jenkins 3, by the way, ruled at 2. That's why the scoreboard was wrong. We got it corrected for you. A.J. Williams, 1:20 left to go. For 3, yes! Nothing but net. 1:14 and counting. They let it roll, but the clock was moving. I don't think it was supposed to. Tyron Duncan tiptoeing. Throws it into the corner. Here's Darby, the hot hand tonight. Can't tie it. Chasing down the rebound. McDaniels tips it back to Darby. Darby attacks. Swings it into the corner. 3 ball. Yes, we are tied again. 10 ties. A.J. Williams will walk it up. We are inside a minute. There's 13-second difference between the game and the shot clock. Timeout going to be called by Coach Capacey. We will step aside here just briefly. Come back in just a moment. Welcome back, everybody. So it's a tie ball game. Champion will have the basketball. Possession arrow, it looks like, favors the Tigers. Both teams are in the bonus. There's 21 on the shot clock, 34.7 on the game clock. Not really enough time for a 2-for-1, although nobody goes 2-for-1 really in college. A.J. Williams inbound to Hawkins. Hands it off to Williams. Shot clock at 14. 25 seconds to go. A.J. ball's in his hand. The runner, no. Scott the offensive rebound. And he's going to be fouled. Yes. So Keyshawn Scott's going to go to the line with 19.8 remaining. Keyshawn Scott last year, 63% at the line. So no matter what happens here, Harrodsburg will have a chance, assuming they either don't turn the ball over or get a rebound off of a miss. Keyshawn short on the first one. Take it easy, young man. Still a chance to put the Tigers up here. Good. All right, Tigers play defense, get a stop. This is over. Harrodsburg, chance to get a game winner. Duncan. That's Tyron going quickly to the bucket. No. Tip for the rebound. Rollins has it. Put back. No. Laurent has it. And they got to foul him, and immediately they do. Austin Sparrow might have been asking for a basket interference maybe on that. I'm not quite sure what the gripe is, but if I had to guess, that's probably what I would be thinking. 3.9, there's still time. And it looks like Champion's going to call timeout here. So 3.9, it's going to be Laurent at the line. Boy, how about this for the freshman? Are y'all awake in Dominica? He is from a tiny island in the Caribbean, Dominica, not the Dominican, Dominica. And he's going to go to the line. Hopefully, if he makes these two for Tigers fans, then you got to hope for the Pioneers. You know, with 3.9, you've got enough time, really, off of a make or off of a miss. You can advance the ball to half court, call timeout, set up a play if you need a 3 or a 2. Usually on the road, you're going for, let's say he gets 1 out of 2 here, and Pioneers can go for 3 for the win. That's typically what the road team will elect to do. But with 3.9, the good thing is, if you're a Harrodsburg fan, is you've got time. You can advance the ball to half court, then call timeout, set up a half-court play, and run your offense. But Laurent has some work to do first. And let's see how this goes. The freshman, no pressure, just your second collegiate game with all eyes on you, big man. He's played great so far in these first almost 2 full games. We got a hold up here. And it looks like some gamesmanship here as Duncan, that's Tyron Duncan coming back in. In and out on the first one, so they can win with a 3. And now a little pressure on this free throw because you want to at least make it a 2-point game and force Harrodsburg into that 3. Missed them both. Lane violation called on Champion. So 3.9, again, you want to try to get an inbound play here, and the Pioneers are going to talk about it. So we'll go away. 3.9 seconds. We'll be back. Well, it's been a wild one. Pioneers just need a two-pointer here to win this game. If you're a Pioneers fan, you're really wishing that the men's NCAA would go to the new rule that the women have, where you can advance it to half court like the pros do. Right now, they got to go to length of the court here. Inbound goes to Darby. Darby with 2, Darby with 1. They're not going to move the camera. Shot is away. It's no good, apparently. Judging by the bench, the camera never moved. Great, you moved it now. That doesn't matter. So anyways, champion does escape, evidently, with a 74-73 victory here tonight. So both teams 1-1 now. Pioneers falling, splitting their games here at the Champion Classic. And Monday they'll be at Western Carolina. For your Tigers, they're on the road for the next 9. Again, their next game is Thursday at Williams Baptist. Our next game is also against Williams Baptist back home on November 30th. Once again, your final score, Champion 74, 73 over the Pioneers of CU-Harrodsburg here tonight. My name's Chris Shima. Thanks for watching, everybody.